Our journey starts on the battle bus, which represents glycolysis. When the battle bus is floating across the island, every player is still together. That's like glucose, one big molecule that's about to break apart. In glycolysis, your cell takes glucose and splits it into two pyruvates. This happens in the cytoplasm, and just like the battle bus happens at the beginning of every Fortnite match, glycolysis marks the beginning of energy production.
It's like a full squad inside one cramped battle bus.
Pretty much, and then it splits, just like everyone jumps out at different locations.
Exactly. During glycolysis, a small amount of ATP is produced. Not much, just enough to get things started. Like grabbing a few basic weapons before your first fight.
So glycolysis is like landing with gray loot?
Yes, the early game. Necessary, but not where the big power comes from.
Which means the real battle happens after you.
Next is tilted, which represents the linker step, the process between glycolysis and the citric acid cycle. Linker step converts pyruvate into acetyl-CoA. This step also removes carbon dioxide and loads up on NADH.
Sounds complicated. So what's Tilted Towers got to do with?
Think about it. Landing in Tilted is intense. You jump from the battle bus and suddenly you're in a fast-paced transition, getting weapons, shielding up, and preparing for your next move. That transition is what the linker step does.
Tilted is chaos, but it gears you up for the bigger fight. That's what the linker step does for the cell. It prepares the molecule for the main cycle ahead.
So, pyruvate gets off the battle bus, drops into Tilted, and suddenly transforms into something stronger?
Exactly. It becomes acetyl-CoA, ready to face the major energy extraction in the next stage.
Just like you becoming Sweaty Jonesy and looting your first building.
Oh, now this is science I can understand.
Next is retail row, which is the Krebs cycle. Retail row is always packed and has a lot of loot and chests everywhere. That's exactly what the citric acid cycle is like. A dense, busy zone where tons of reactions happen. In this cycle, acetyl-CoA gets broken down fully. The cell releases dioxide, captures lots of high-energy electrons in NADH and FADH2, and produces a small amount of ATP.
So, retail row is like the mid-game. Lots of loot, lots of fights, lots going on.
Yeah, the mid-game is where everything starts adding up. Materials, weapons, eliminations. Everything gained in the mid-game is what prepares you for the end game.
Exactly. The citric acid cycle is where the cell grabs most of the fuel it needs for the final stage. Even though it doesn't make much ATP directly, it creates the carriers that will power the last big push.
So, NADH and FADH2 are like all the ammo and shields you stack in retail before the final circle?
Perfect analogy.
And just like retail row decides whether you're ready for the end game, the Krebs cycle decides whether the cell can finish strong.
Finally, oxidative phosphorylation achieves its big win, producing the most ATP. NADH and FADH2 from earlier stages fuel the electron transport chain. As electrons flow, a gradient is built up, powering ATP synthase in the machine that makes the ATP through a process called chemoiosis.
So this is like the final circle of the match? Everything you collected earlier finally pays off?
Exactly. Everything depends on what you gathered in previous stages. Just like your loadout determines whether you survive the final fight.
And oxygen, it's the final electron acceptor. Without it, the whole chain collapses.
So oxygen is like staying inside the storm circle?
That's right. No oxygen, no ATP, no storm circle, no victory royale.
And with oxygen working properly, the cell cranks out around 34 ATP. The biggest payout of the whole match.
So that's the victory royale. The cell wins!
Exactly. Oxidative phosphorylation is the moment where all the cell's hard work pays off, just like the final Victory Royale banner appears on screen.
Honestly, I will never forget Cellular Respiration again.
Same. Fortnite makes everything easier, even mitochondria.
Then class dismissed, and GG.